Hello, it is Wednesday night. Welcome to my craft room. My name is Terry Phelps, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I just love sharing different things to be creative. And so tonight, I'm going to play with Vellum, which I really love, and some snowflakes, a snowflake bundle. And so let me show you really quick what products I'm going to use. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Let me go down to my desktop here. I hope everyone's well. It's been kind of cool. It's getting cold here. Yeah, it's coming. So tonight, I'm using this Snowy Delights bundle, and I cannot believe it. Trouble is coming in here. Hi, buddy. Want to say hi? You want to say hi? Yes. It's just better to try to get him right away. This is Leo. He's my monster. Yeah, and you don't know it's coming, do you? Snow's coming. So I'm going to use this bundle, and this is kind of a big bundle because it has a stamp set. And this stamp is actually really pretty large, which makes it great for scrapbooking pages. So we got some great sentiments. It's sending you joy and many delights. A winter wish for snowy delights with family, friends, and long peaceful nights. Joy to the world and a warm hello. So this is the stamp set. And then it comes with 6 dies, and these dies are awesome. So this is actually 3 separate dies right here. So these are the outline of the snowflake, and then this is an outline of the detailed snowflake. And then we have another large one, some other spatter snowflakes, and then a little banner. So that's fun. And then also this has a decorative masks set. So you get 4 different plates, and then you can color some of the plates or all of the plates. They're really cool. They're numbered, so you can line up these little notches right here. So you do the first plate, line up the same place, the second plate, etc. And so you can get really detailed in your snowflakes. So that is called the Snowy Delights Decorative Masks. So you can do a lot with this bundle. So I'm hoping everybody, there's no like echoes or anything. Always something with my stuff. And then I'm using these faceted snowflakes, and they really kind of come in cool colors. We've got the red, and it's like a blue teal kind of, and then your regular, rhinestone. So I'm using those, and then I am using this awesome Silent Snowfall. It's 12 by 12 paper, and it's embossed, dry embossed paper. So it's really cool. It's just covered with snowflakes. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's super fun. So I'm going to use that. And of course, we just came back with Vellum. So I'm really happy about that. You get 12 sheets, and they're 12 by 12s. So you can do a lot with a pack of this Vellum. So that's what I am going to work with tonight. So let me see. I think what I'll do is I'm going to bring in, so I'm going to use Night of Navy, and this is just a regular card base. And then let's see. I already cut a panel using the snowflake paper, but I'm not sure yet what we're going to make. So I'm not going to attach that yet. So the technique that I'm going to share tonight is dry embossing. And so I stamped this earlier today because it is on vellum, and you could use a heat gun. It will take a little bit of time because this is a very solid paper, right? It's like a wax paper almost. So it takes a while for your ink to dry. So you could use a heat gun. I just chose to stamp it earlier and then just let it naturally dry. So as you can see, this is a really big stamp. So that's going to be our focal point. And then I'm going to do dry embossing. Now, if you do dry embossing, a lot of times you would use like a piercing mat. And this is just kind of like a styrofoam, or not styrofoam, a sponge, basically mat. But mine's kind of used, and it's got a lot of pit holes in it and stuff. So I decided I'm going to try it on. I did use it for my sample card, but I'm going to actually do it on my silicone mat because it actually seemed to work. So you're going to take your stamped image and you're going to take and you're going to flip it over. And then what you're going to do, and gosh, I wonder if I can zoom. I'm scared to do this because it wreck everything. Yeah, I'm not going to touch it. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take a stylus, and I love this take a pick tool because you have so many different tools that you can use. You've got your putty end here. I don't even remember if there's anything on the other side of the putty. Nope. So that's your putty end. So that's great for picking up stuff, right? And then you can have, a little spatula. You've got a point, to use, but it comes with all kinds of tools. So it's really a cool investment. You get a little brush, you get, a blade, you get a piercing wheel. So it's pretty cool. But anyway, got sidetracked here. So I'm going to use the little stylus here. And what you're going to do is you're going to go inside of your stamped image, and you're going to go and circle your motion or in stripes back and forth, whatever works for your design. And you're going to do it hard enough so that it does a embossing, which means it will pop up the image. But you don't want to do it so that you are going to poke a hole in your vellum, right? So, and what this does is it's like a form of coloring. So, once we get going here a little bit, I'll flip it over and you can see that the actual snowflake is turning whiter. And it's also going to be popping up, so you're going to have some dimension. So it's not going to be a flat snowflake any longer. So if you like coloring, this is kind of a fun thing to do. Now this has, you have your masks. You could actually probably outline, put that the flake, the mat that is for this particular image. You could maybe even put that on here, and then you would stay within the lines for sure, because it would actually be the same diagram. So I'm just going to kind of try to do this as fast as I can here. So this isn't an old technique, but I kind of like bringing back things and revisiting them, right? It kind of makes us think, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Since you can kind of see that is now turning white. And I'm not sure. I suppose I could do part of this on the mat and see if which one does a better job. But this seems to be working pretty well. And you can go over and over this as long as you're not, ripping it, to kind of keep filling in that area. Like I can tell that in some of the spaces, it seems to be a smoother filling in. Like my stylus is moving a lot easier. And I don't know if that's because the angle I'm using or if it's the stylus itself. Are you hot, Leo? You should probably go somewhere else. Did I just say that? I'm talking to my dog. Hi, what are you doing? I know this little mutt, I don't know if I can't just lock him up somewhere else. There's no one here to entertain him. And so he is always busting in, aren't you? Yes, you are. You want to get down? Works for me. Oh, all right, here you go. There you go. Oh, crap. I went out of the line in one little area. That's a bummer. Hopefully it doesn't show up too much, because I am on the back side of this stamped image. So I'm sure there's a little bit of leeway. So is everyone getting ready for Halloween? Can't believe it's almost here. It's kind of crazy. And after I do this, actually, I'm going to color it. So this is a form of coloring because I'm changing this vellum from being, kind of opaquish to white. But after this, I'm going to add some color. It's not going to be real drastic because I want it to kind of look like iridescence of a snowflake. But so you know how snowflakes kind of and ice have that bluish tint. So I'm going to use Pool Party as my color because I feel like that kind of has that feel to it. Almost done. So this is not if you, it just depends on your image, how time consuming this would be, obviously. All right. You would not have to use a color to do this. you know, but it's a nice touch to add if you have an image that you would like to do that. Always is giving things a little more dimension using color, right? Ooh, I got a good spot on my stylus. Things are starting to pop. Shouldn't have said that. I just lost it. All right, so I'm just making sure I did not miss anything. Or there's not any real pale sections. So I do want it to really pop with the whites. All right. All right, so can you see how now this snowflake has a little dimension because it is embossed? And so you're basically manually embossing paper like you would if you were using an embossing folder. So that makes any stamp actually embossable, right? So that's kind of neat. So that just adds a whole nother thing to all your stamps because you can actually emboss with them all. So I think that's pretty good. So now I'm going to take and I'm going to add a little bit of color. So I'm going to use my alcohol blends and I am going to just color in where I just did the etching. And it's kind of nice that you are actually working on the back of the vellum because it gives you a little bit of leeway if, you know, you do kind of go out of the lines a little bit. Just because, as long as you don't go crazy out of the lines, right? Because you have your outline of your image. And because this is vellum and this is alcohol ink, it is going to take, well, actually probably any ink that you're actually going to use on this, it's going to take a little bit to dry. So you want to not like stick your hands right into the image while the ink is still kind of wet. I mean, it's not going to take a long time for this to soak in, but you don't want to just take the chance of smearing your inks. Yeah, so. And again, you would not have to add color to this, but I wanted to do that because what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to create another layer. And I just feel that the snowflake is really going to pop then, having this little bit of color and the white. Almost done here. I'll be curious how this turns out because I've made a card, but I think I'm going to go a little rogue. So we will see if we like what we're going to make. Kind of never know, right? It's part of the process. Alrighty, I think I have colored the entire snowflake. Okay, so now, and it's a subtle color, but that's okay because one, it's a snowflake, and two, once we put it on the back of white, I think it will pop more. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to get my dies out here. And I'm going to use the larger one because I want a back up. I want another layer behind our snowflake. And then this one is actually the one that outlines this part. All right, so I'm going to throw this on my embossing machine and get that cut out. And I'm going to use some tape here to hold this down. I don't want her to move. All right, sweet. So now we have our snowflake. Now I'm going to take the same die and I'm going to cut out a white panel. And that's going to make our snowflake pop a little bit here. So, and I think I'm going to, oh, that fits good. And then I'm also going to take and cut a panel out of, I'm going to use Pool Party here. All right, so I'm just going to cut those real super quick. I'm not used to it being so dark now. It's pitch dark. And it's only what? Well, I guess it's 8:30, so I guess, but still. Not used to that yet. All right, so we have this color and we have white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this. And now see how the blue kind of pops a little bit. And then you're still going to have, you have a lot of dimension. You can't really see it too well. But you do have a raised dimension. And what I'm going to do is I'm only going to attach this just right in the center. Because I think it'll be nice that it pops a little bit. It doesn't need to be plastered down. So I'm just going to add a little bit into the center and reline this up. Like that. And I'm just going to press it down. Okay, so we have that layer. And then I am trying to decide how I want this. So we have a Night of Navy card base. We can do a couple of things. We can use our snowflake background paper and just in white, and then put this on top. Or we could take and switch it up. This is the same paper, only this is the debossed side. So on this one, you have your raised snowflakes. On this side, it's the underside or the debossed side. So I took some ink on this, and so we could put this here like this, and we could do like this, or we could take and switch out and use like this. I think we'll do that because, ooh, I like that too. I think that works as well because I have not showed you the other one. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think it looks okay. We'll see. All right, so let's put our layers on. Now you could do so much more with this bundle. You know, like I said, there's the masks, and you could just do all kinds of little different techniques, and there's more dyes that you could use, right? But I'm just kind of keeping it simple. So for this one, I am going to, do I want to pop it up? I think I'm going to put it down. So I'm just going to add this. Line that up. Oops. Alrighty. So I'm going to line this up. Maybe. Woohoo! Now, this is really got a lot of dimension to it. I don't know if you can kind of see it. Here, let me see. It has a lot of dimension. The snowflake is really popping, and the texture is nice and like a embossed. I think we're going to just put this here, maybe up a little bit, and whoops, my glue kind of got crazy. All right. Alrighty. Now I'm going to do a little banner. I'm going to use the stamp that just says a warm hello, and that way I can use this like pretty much for any occasion. I'm going to throw in my inside panel, and a lot of times I leave my panels kind of blank because I don't know exactly who I'm going to send this to. So I am going to just do that for now. Oh, Leo. Okay. Let's see. I need my Night of Navy. I'm just going to stamp that. All right, and we get this cute little banner in the dies, which you can't have enough of these. I love them. I'm going to just going to run that through real quick. What happened to my sheet? Leo. Oh my gosh. Can't imagine what he's barking at. It's pitch dark outside. I'm sure no one's even around. Welcome to my world. All right, so we have this cute little panel. We're going to throw this up on dimensionals. Maybe. Maybe I will take and add just a little bit of color. It seems so white compared to the rest of the card. So I'm just going to sponge it a little bit around the edge. Not too much, but just enough to give it a little something something. Alrighty. Cool. Now it doesn't look so stark to me. So we're just going to pop this on dimensionals. Oops. It's a nice, easy card, but it has a lot of different dimension to it. I like that. And I think I'm going to offset it like, I don't know, it seems like this is a good place for it. I don't want to distract too much from I don't want to mess up the whole middle. So I think, I don't know, I think we'll go right about here. Okay. And we have to have some bling. So where did my little snowflakes go? So I think we are going to just go with the iridescent ones. I really think that'll be the best. And so these are actually the same shape as the center of the snowflake. So that's kind of cool. And by the way, these particular embellishments have great glue to them. And so, yeah, I was kind of bummed because my other card that I will show you, one of them stuck in the wrong place and I could not remove it. So I'm not liking the placement of that on my other card, but you know, you improvise, right? That seems about right. And then just for fun, because we have, I'm going to cut this at 1 inch. And I'm going to color that. Oh, and let's see. I did this on the debossed side, so I'm going to switch it around. Keep it consistent. All right. And I'm going to color this as well. And then that way it will coordinate. Right? It's all about the coordinating. So I'm going to use my blender pen or brush. Got here and there. I am constantly shedding, I swear. off this paper here so that it's kind of nice. There. Gives it a little something, something. So I'm going to throw that on the inside panel here. I'm going to get rid of this. All right. Sorry if that's super loud. I also do it right at the bottom. There, so it'll be ready to go. So fun card, right? And like I said, you can do so many things with this bundle. I didn't even touch the masks or anything. So this is the card we just made, and this was dry embossed and turned out really cute. It looks, I'm sure, better in person because I can see all the dimension. This is the one that I made when I was just kind of creating an idea. And like I said, this one, it's stuck in the wrong place, and so it had to stay. I couldn't get it off. So not crazy about the placing of my embellishments. But so they're two different looks. I use this as the white background, and this is the embossed side, and I used the debossed side and colored that. And I just switched up the background of the snowflakes. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. So I hope you like that. It's a simple technique, but and it's an old one, but like I said, you can take any stamp, any line stamp, and emboss with it. So it's kind of like you got now tons of embossing folders because you can just do it by hand. So with that, I will let you go. Don't forget that I've had some people join already, and they are taking advantage of the join promotion right now. Yeah, it's a crazy deal. You don't even have to do anything more like until April, and you can get $125 worth of products for $35. You get free shipping, and you get a paper pumpkin kit, which is like a $25 value. Or you can get $189 worth of products for $99, free shipping, paper pumpkin kit, and you get all that, the business supplies too. But like I said, you don't have to do that, and you can enjoy a discount until April. So if you want to join, reach out to me or go to my website, and which is terry.phelps@stampinup.net. Let me show you. So if you go to that, you will be able to go to the join section too. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me. Super fun. Can't beat the deal. I mean, like, seriously, cannot beat this. So anyway, I hope you have a great next week. I will hopefully see you again next Wednesday. And until then, stay warm. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you soon. I hope you try this technique as well. Super fun. Take care.